Hello, everyone. Welcome. Am I? And I'm also here with my friend Mono.
Hello.
This is a stream I put together so I'll ever talk to Mono, who I don't see very often.
How are you today? How's your
Pardon?
evening been? How's your evening been?
Well, do you know what? It's. I've had quite a nice day, but recently my mood soured. How have you been?
I've had a nice day.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
You don't have to apologise. I'm quite resilient, so I'll be fine. And you had your own tragedy as well recently.
I did, yes. My entire PC died and I lost everything on it and I haven't been able to recover anything at all from it.
So compared
Now
to
I have a
that,
new one.
what I'm about to announce is nothing.
Mm,
We should put F's in the chat for Mono to show sympathy and respect.
thank you. And some preemptive Fs for Maul as well.
Yeah, should we just cover that now?
Yeah, let's just get it straight in.
It seems like I've lost my Microsoft account, so I can't get into Minecraft. And I discovered that, I would say, about 15 minutes ago. I can probably get it back. This was probably from the hack. Yeah, I never noticed that they took the Microsoft account because I don't. The only time I sign into my Microsoft account is for this stream. And there was never any evidence that I'd lost it or anything. No emails being like, someone's changing passwords. So it just went under my radar and it's not an account I thought about. But it seems like my Microsoft account is gone. Or rather, someone probably signed into it and changed the primary email. So I can't get in there. The server is a part of a third party hosting, so I could still get in the server even if I never get my Microsoft account back. Although there's a confusing aspect of like my Microsoft account is how I sign into my PC. So if I don't get it back and that session ever invalidates, how do I log in to my PC? So I'm kind of concerned on that front. Am I right to be concerned on that last topic, Mono? That sounds like a plausible cause for concern.
It feels like it should be a concern, but looking at other people who have had similar things, nothing invalidated that as a session unless, I mean, if no one's forcibly logged you out of all devices, it's probably not going to happen now.
Well, the only fallout I think is definite is that I just can't. You know how you have to sign into Microsoft to get into Minecraft so they can verify that you own it. Oh, Raiders are here. Welcome, Raiders. Shout out to a good Pete. How were the Pete picks? Hope everyone's well. A good Pete was last streaming art. I hope it was good art. I hope everyone is sitting comfortably because I've got some amazing news for everyone. Just to retread some recent ground. My Microsoft account has been hacked and I can't get into Minecraft, and I discovered this during the pre-stream, which I extended by 10 minutes to try and fix it. But I think, not to go too deep into the weeds of it, but I'm caught in a kind of limbo where when I try to sign in, it goes, we don't know anyone by that email address. And when I try to recover my account, when I try to make a new account on this email address, it goes, yeah, we know you. Just sign in normally. So I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I'm in the kind of the weird cracks. I'm in the no man's land of the system. And you'd think with all the vibe coding they're doing, they'd have time to fix these little edge cases, but they haven't got around to it yet. Hello, Fluff. Hello, everyone. Sit comfortably. So I'm just thinking what's going to happen over the next 2 hours. Because I can't even. It was tempting just to just make another account and buy Minecraft again, but I can't do that easily. I guess I could make a Microsoft account with a different email address, but that seems like it would cause confusion further down the line.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just have a Microsoft account on my main email address. I don't want to buy Minecraft on a separate thing and then have to buy it again on a main one when I get a main one again. Hello, King of Time. Everyone's coming in. Welcome, everyone. I like how the view count climbs and I have to explain again.
Do you want me to like share my screen and you can backseat?
Yeah. Okay, Mono's got a much more powerful computer this time. Mono can be me.
Completely unmanageable. But
oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Shall I say just a funny thing that happened during the pre-stream is that Mono mentioned Forza Horizon 6 and I tried to make him feel bad about not honoring the BDS boycott. And he reminded me we're trying to do a Minecraft stream. And then I got really quiet. And then this happens to me. I'm taking so many L's today. No, the TLDR, King of Time, is that my Microsoft account's been hacked and I can't actually get into Minecraft. And because a Microsoft account is so central to using your PC, I don't want to try and make another one and buy buy Minecraft again. I should recover this account, but I'm in a weird edge case, which is going to require me to email someone and have an actual human being look at it. So I'll probably have it done for 2027. But who knows what people have built since then. I don't mind buying it again. How much is Minecraft? Minecraft price. I mean, I could buy it again. I don't want to. I just think I'd have to buy it again and again when I get my... And then that's £50 for a game that I've already bought 3 or 4 times just to play it. We look a bit like an Emperor's Powerful Can't. Have you not seen...
Did you start on the second one? Because I missed that stream.
Road to Empress, yeah. You'd love it.
I liked the first chapters. The first installment.
Second installment's going really hard. Could I play on mobile? I'd have to buy it again.
Have you not got it on Switch or anything?
No.
Oh. I mean, you'd still have to log in with your Microsoft account.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Even if I did have it on Switch, you have to go into your Microsoft account on Switch. Yeah. Yes, so an exciting thing is happening to me where I try to log in. I open up Minecraft. It goes log in. It asked me to put in my Microsoft PIN. I put it in, and it goes, "Who are you?" And then I say, "Can I make a new account?" And it goes, "Okay, what email address do you want to make your account with?" And I put in my email address. It goes, "You can't make an account with this. There already is an account with this. Do you want to recover this account?" I say, "Yeah, that would be wonderful." And then it sends me a 2-factor authentication code. And then I put the 2-factor authentication code into this little box. And then the box turns a dark gray and it becomes completely uninteractable and nothing happens. And then that's the dead end. It's one of the largest companies in the world.
And they can't even get that sorted.
And they can't even let me play Minecraft with my friends. And 2 of my enemies.
Do you want me to share my screen then?
Yeah. We'll do remote piloting. The rule is...
Choose what to share. Which tab? Help, my account does not exist. My username, password. Microsoft not recognized.
Mono's been helping me.
Window, Minecraft.
I
don't know how this works. So does this give you an extra source that you've got to pull into the screen? Or?
Yep. I'll call it Morlcraft, and I'll bring it in now. So copy this, and then I'll make it full screen, and then we should just be able to play what you're playing. And then I'm just going to make it a little bigger. So I guess the rule of play is if I give you an instruction, you have to follow it because I would follow it, and
Yeah.
you're me. But anything I don't instruct you about, you can use your own, your own best judgment. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Are you in any way? You're probably not able to send sound though through, are you?
What noises do you want me to make?
That's really good. Yeah. I guess just the normal Foley sounds of Minecraft, which a lot of them
Right.
sound like they're made with a mouth anyway. Mono's computer is not sorted in that it's never coming back, but Mono's new computer is a lot better. So it's a silver lining. I've got something called Morlcraft background music. What was it for?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? It's just is it Minecraft music? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'll have that up.
I can't hear it, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, I can't hear your game, so the asymmetry is kind of perfect. Can you? All right. So, what are we doing? I might shrink you out of the way a little bit because you're my only way of seeing anything. Maybe we should always play it like this. Okay, so Skelenin's here. Flying Shark. Orcotha Christie. You know what? I hate to say this. This is going to do my head in because it's true. The way you play this game's a lot more pleasant to watch.
How do you mean?
You don't jerk the
actually...
mouse around constantly.
Yeah, and I can stand still for several seconds.
G4S Blurco. Oh, it's Skelenin. Your skins must be broken. Skelenin doesn't normally have flesh, unless this is part of the arc.
I don't think I've done anything.
Sometimes it just breaks, though, even without your say-so. Your skin's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we cover what's happened? Like for anyone watching, it's only just occurred to me now that this will go into the canon of this is a Morlcraft episode now, and it will go into the playlist. So, all this prevaricating is just going to be boring for people in future on YouTube who are trying to follow what's going on. So, welcome everyone to Morlcraft. This is episode whatever, a great leap forward, called so because we haven't been on in about a month, and Mono's lost all his notes about anything that's happened, and I don't have a good long-term memory in the first place.
Me losing all of my notes and having to start from scratch with no knowledge of everything was going to be today's gimmick, but Sean's trumped that. So
we're layering the problems. We're looking through a periscope here. Our normal experience of Morlcraft is refracted across two mirrors. Okay, so what would I normally be doing? Well, I want to see what's changed.
Okay.
Sadly, not a vulnerable frog anymore, so nothing much to protect. Yes, Skelenin's without functional purpose. Well, so am I, really, if that helps. Can we leave Coward Hole and go see what's new in the world?
This way?
Yeah, I wouldn't even think about ways. I'd just start sprinting.
I know.
I don't know if your aim is to emulate how I would play.
No, probably
for the best.
I can't do that.
Might be a relief.
I'm reading signs.
I read signs. It's just that I'm hyperlexic, so it just goes straight in. I experience life really fast, like a fly.
Oh no, people are... yeah, I kind of forgot about the whole learning Chinese.
Do you know what? Can I say, so have I, but I'm going to get right back on it. I got ill, I've been busy. I would say, if anything, since last month, I've unlearned Chinese.
So this is the current map of the central town. I think that's pretty much as you remember it.
I've never had a memory from so high in the sky. Oh, I see a lot of pink. That's more cherry blossoms, right? And then there's there's the worm bridge, and then there's the sphere.
the the blot.
I don't know what this blot is. Is that new? See, I was expecting there'd be like an explosive amount of color surrounding the things can only get better chests.
So the things can only get better chests. There is some new color around there, and I think shall we go and have a look at that?
Yeah, I'm expecting there to be a lot of differences because of that. They're disabled now, but there were definitely weeks where people had the moon. Can we look up? I want to see the blob. Oh, I don't see the moon. There's something there. Also, isn't there a massive structure? Hang on. Oh, up and left. Isn't there some giant tower by the F of the Vote Dwarf? And isn't there some big towers behind that as well? What are these new structures and shapes?
I believe that's the new data center.
Oh no. Microsoft. Vote Dwar in the chat if you plan on voting Dwar, or communism in the chat if you plan on voting communism.
I mean, it could, depending on the angle, it could be vote Dwall.
Dwall? Oh, like interpreting the tower as being the L in the lettering. Yeah, that would be nice. Fluff's saying you should turn up your render distance. You probably could these days.
I don't know if I can, if I've got this.
These days?
I think if you've got a vibrant visuals, it sets your max. Oh, no.
Hell, you're smashing it all the way up. God, even I don't do that. And I'm a lunatic. Oh, that is nicer.
I can't feel like it's done much difference.
I can feel the difference on the frame rate, though. Yeah. Let's turn it down to mid. Yeah.
No, I don't want frame rate.
Oh, yeah.
Render distance.
Yeah.
Upscaling. I don't want no upscaling.
I can see a big disc in the sky you're not seeing. We'll have to ascend at some point. Do you know, Mono, this might mean that if any of the events come up, they'll have to befall you. So you'll have to go into survival mode.
If any of the events come up, we might just be in trouble generally.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the future site of St. Pancras.
Okay. Just St. Pancras, not King's Cross.
Yeah. King's Cross would be over here somewhere, and that space is taken.
I've got a lot more time for St. Pancras than King's Cross.
Oh, sorry, St. Pancras.
Oh, okay, fine. I've got no time for that.
Wimes?
Wimes, yeah. Classic.
Dwarf.
Do you have some ability to go into the sky considerably?
Yeah, I can climb up some steps.
What's been active since last we played? I know the chests were active for quite a while, but there weren't any worms ongoing or anything, were there?
No, things can only get better. Had 2 weeks total, I think.
That's plenty. More than it should be.
Was more than enough. Because this is a fresh install, you keep getting tooltips.
Yes, great. Enemies of... Can we read these signs, please?
Yeah.
Enemies of communism will be jailed. Enemies of communism will be imprisoned. That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, it's the Bastille. Okay.
Is
Bastille?
this the
Bastille? Are we doing the French Revolution?
I've not been in here.
You've not been in the French Revolution? Honestly, I have to say you'd probably be killed.
You probably would as well.
What do you mean? No. I would have turned it to my advantage. I would have been one of the great buffoons of history. Oh, survival mode, please.
Oh, you want me in survival mode?
Yes, because you're me. You're a me proxy. I don't get any
I
luxuries.
don't want to be the you proxy.
You think I want you to be the me proxy? I want me to be the me.
What have I got?
I want me to be myself. But here I am, a ghost.
Happy. Don't know where my respawn is, so if anyone kills me, I might start halfway across the map.
Well, you're complaining, but this is the conditions under which I need to experience it every Friday.
No, the conditions that you experience every Friday are like...
There we go. This is more like how I play. This is... Oh, you were satirizing me. You're satirizing me. I see. It didn't occur to me because when you started doing it, I'd be like, okay, now he's playing normally.
Now we're gaming.
I was just thinking that's how people... But this looked like normal gameplay to me.
What's this? Floyd Pepper Chalice Galactica.
Is that the name of the tortoise? Turtle?
I'm guessing so.
Can we read it again?
Nice.
Floyd Pepper Chalice Galactica. That's really good. Who came up with that name and how?
I don't know. What do you call? Is this a vivarium?
A tertarium.
Yeah. Is tertarium a real word?
I'll check. Tertarium. No one has written it on the internet.
Well,
I don't think that rules it out.
vivariums are land-based, Sklenin says.
Vivariums are land-based. Well, this is on land. What's a terrarium?
Is it still... A terrarium is not normally... Well, it is kind of for animals, but they're more...
A terrarium is a vivarium for smaller animals.
Oh.
A terrarium's a kind of vivarium.
Oh. Tank. Yeah, tank. It's a tank. Oh, no. Tertarium. Tertarium's fine.
It's a tertarium.
Here's the camillarium.
This is where my house used to be.
No, your house is over here.
Oh.
Have you seen your house?
Yeah, I used to live here.
Since that first episode?
Yeah, I went in on episode 2.
Okay.
Living sector and logistical sector. I don't know a house needs that.
I can't really remember what's in here.
That's storage.
To be sorted.
I didn't ever have a system. Someone was living here.
Well, the to be sorted box is empty, so I'm guessing it's all been managed.
By who, though?
I guess
Who's
this
my
is all mine
housekeeper?
now.
Well, I never collected it, so I don't really feel stolen from.
If I'm your proxy, then...
I mean, it looks shit, mate, so you have it. It's shocking. You're stealing dirt and crap.
Oh, Stones is.
Oh, yeah, look at your lovely chest saying assorted Stonesies.
It does feel a bit light, but I guess that's because you... Oh...
Is that
done
G4S? It's got to be G4S Blurco.
Who's done that?
They gave me bad vibes from the start. I think it could be Skelly protecting me from being robbed by you. That's another theory.
Wow. Skilly doesn't like me being the proxy.
Skelly is going to be kind of judging to see whether you do any harm to me or my reputation.
And I was rude about the filing system.
Yes, so you need to be very careful because now the security guard is a bit of a double agent.
I'm just nosing around the house.
I'm an honest gov consultant for the prison industrial complex. Why does Morlcraft need one of those?
Dwarf. Maybe my skins haven't loaded. Everyone seems to be in default skins.
Yeah, it feels a bit default skin today. This, shall we say today's like a Morlcraft Gaiden? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a numbered episode. It's just It's just a side story. It can be the equivalent of season 1 of when I did those 4 extra hours to finish off the Winco Columbo statue.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a
lot
bridge? Is there a bridge? A bridge? Is there something up? What's up?
up.
Look, a bridge. We need to get you on that. It's a filler episode, yeah. Because what's happened is that the anime is caught up with the manga now. And so they just need to slow it right down plot-wise so that the mangaka can like get some new stuff out. The bridge isn't new. I've never seen it before. I've literally never seen this before in my life.
It's been here a while. Oh, you can't hear the sounds, can you?
No. Can you just tell? Can you help me out in that respect?
I could. The sounds of skulk sensors are now becoming more prominent as I walk around.
Okay, not something you really want in the
I would replicate that sound, but I don't really know how to.
What does it sound like? Hello, Sav.
It's it's not something I can like do with mouth noises easily, and I'm trying to look for some kind of prop.
Are you saying it's not something that a human can approximate with their mouth, or just something you can't do?
It sounds organic enough that I bet some people could do that noise. A decayed gurgling, yeah.
Can you give us some decayed gurgling, even if it's just a rough approximation?
No, it's kind of like it's somewhere between a frog and a like vibroslap.
Can you give us any sound, just so I know that you're up for making
noise? I know you're trying to get me to make the noise.
Can you just make any noise? Like, are you going to make any noises all evening?
No.
You're not going to make any noises?
Like...
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And now a damaged noise? Did you hit Skelenin?
I didn't mean to. I was doing a damaged noise.
What, with your finger?
Yeah, my finger on the mouse. So here's some of the new area.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's
Nightmare Jungle.
Oh, I've just been given a book. I've been given
Skell Story. Now we're gaming. Now we're gaming. It's 12 pages long.
Do you want to read or me?
I want to read it.
Okay.
The past, back so many years ago, so long ago, on a planet you've never heard of, we resided on Sangelios, a dialect of Sangeli we spoke. I wish I could show you it. The hut of infrastructure was our main landmark. The sprawling cities, oh God, it was brilliant. But then they came for the oil. New labor. They killed all of our warriors. We were a warrior species. They stripped us of honor, kidnapped the young. I and 3 others were the only survivors. There wasn't a word behind my head. We survived 9 months. They came again. I tried my best. I lost my best sword in the chaos. I was the only survivor. I had to flee off-world. I used a flying thing. I don't remember. Wooden. It ended up here. Wet, wet place. I hid in the resurrection station for years. I woke up in a cave one morning. The shouts of commotion. I realized the 100s of years of space travel. I had become, we put a word in the chat, Askeli. I took that name. I was going to avenge my people. But how? I met a curious species, humans, odd things. They had debates, unions, floods. But then, years later, a peculiar thing occurred. I got out of the cave that is now the resurrection station. A group of all things, not just humans, flying sharks. Hey, that's the second time I've heard about flying sharks today. Frogs, cakes, you know. But there was one thing that stood out, that frog. Curious. I decided to retain my honor and protect that little sadly vulnerable thing. But then, words of an election. I assume that means Lake Pon. I think that's Sangeli dialect. Or New Leader Festival. I shall run for my people. Cold Dead Communism, CDC, and I shall beat whoever opposes me for my father's sons and their sons' sons, for my people. Well, that was hard. My non-existent brain is throbbing, and Ravager teeth cover my hands. My hat broke. Nothing much to note. I hope he will awake soon. I feel a change in the air. Something. The present. Oh God, the public emergency shelter fell. They said the communists shall die. I've ran to the resurrection station. There isn't much left. I'm going insane. Oh. Oh.
I've been interrupted.
It's normal violence. That frog, he will save the world. I know it. He last slept in that odd bed. I shall quell the ravagers and save that frog for Maul. Well, that was hard. We've heard that bit before. My non-existent brain is throbbing and I'm soaked in Ravager blood. Oh yes, my helmet broke. Not much else to note. Something feels off in the air, like a new chapter almost. I hope Maul awakens soon. I called that frog Maul. It means weak frog. My name's part of Sangeli dialect. It means weak frog. Never tell him that. He is a good frog, a good person. Cannot wait for the awakening. This is huge. We need a transcription of this for some kind of wiki. That's so good. Well, it looks like that Maul will be in suspended animation for a bit longer.
Yeah.
Weak frog. So let's just recap what we've learned. Skelly. Is that normal?
No.
Okay.
We've just spawned a warden.
Does anyone have the ability to kill a, like, is killing a warden something that the community is capable of?
It feels like someone was taking it on. Whether that's been achieved or not, I don't know.
Okay, well, good luck to everyone.
But things look okay now, so hopefully.
So let's just recap what we've learned. Skelly is a member of an alien species. Oh, Sangeli was the dialect. Sangelios. So what would you think the name of the species is? Sangelians? Neon Genesis Sangelian?
Yeah, Sanganelian.
I don't know where you're getting Sanganelian from. Sangelian. Sangelion, I think. So Skelly's a Sangelian. And then there was... What came for them? Now go back. What drove them out from Sangelios? Go to the page 2. Then they came for the oil. Got to be New Labour, right? What is thematically linked to this stream's central narrative that would have invade for oil? It's got to be Tony Blair. It's Jack Straw.
So there's 3. Oh no, 4. I mean 3 others.
Yeah, hang on. What does it say about someone who's surviving? So we survived 9 months. Okay, and then what happened?
Oh, I was the only survivor.
Okay. All the other Sangelians are dead. Well, as far as we know, just wait for future episodes. You know, you never really know what will happen. Okay.
So
Well, we're learning. Rat's
this
here.
is things can only get better.
Oh, it's still here, but it's no longer functional, right? Things just
It's
stay the
no longer
same.
functional.
Yeah. You should
Um,
rename the second sign the same.
I cannot.
You can't just batter it off and then put a new one up. I'm sanctioning it, you see. You have to crouch.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how to do Minecraft.
He's learning how to play Minecraft. That's okay. No, that's good. That's medieval speak. That no. Go back.
What did I do that?
Yeah. Can you do two? Can you put a Y after the A in same as well? Yeah, that's good. I think medieval speak is back. Let's go.
Oh, I don't want medieval speak to come back.
Burnzoid's in the chat teaching us how to have fun.
Someone keeps setting fire to me.
Yeah. How close are you to
Anyway,
figuring out
this is
who?
what we've got now. Things can only get better, and this little patch of green hillside has now become mountains of valuable resources.
But just built into little houses and stuff.
Yeah.
I think the damage is coming from magma blocks. I think there's a lot of magma on the floor that kind of creep has been put on. But anywhere it's exposed, you'll set yourself on fire for touching. Why is everything leopard print? There's a kind of creepy goop that's been put on the floor that's creating leopard spots. This is nice. In a sort of final boss arena sort of way.
Yeah. Over the last couple of weeks, it definitely was an arena of sorts.
Okay,
there are a lot
good.
of iron golems in here. And there were things spawning. I think now it's just defunct.
If you were a boss in an action RPG, where in the game's length and difficulty curve would you appear?
It's hard to say because the difficulty curve of this game doesn't make any sense.
No, I mean just in a game that makes sense.
Oh, in a game?
Yeah.
I feel like I'd probably be like maybe 2/3 of the way through, and I'd be a variation on a mechanic you thought you already had the hang of, but actually I'm going to introduce a new twist on it.
Wow. That's quite
a more comprehensive answer than you're expecting, wasn't it?
Well, I didn't think you'd give yourself such a glowing appraisal, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
What do you mean?
Well,
normally you're very humble.
Veiled criticism.
No, I just think you're just giving yourself a massive compliment. I didn't think you'd do that. To be clear, I'm not saying you don't deserve the compliment. I'm not saying that's not accurate. I just didn't think you'd say it about yourself.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? What do you mean, wow? I'm happy for you.
Well, I figured I'm not going to be like an early one.
I think there's a lot of honor in being a tutorial boss. I'd love to be a tutorial. No, they're completely consistent. The tutorial boss probably receives more design energy than anything else in the game. The tutorial boss would have been lavishly considered.
I think people are trying to do me damage.
You're playing the game exactly how I play it. You're just looking at things and then someone kills you. And then people are just constantly fighting in front of you. It's like you're living in like a 1960s rural household where for reasons no one can explain, you've got 5 dogs that are untrained that are trying to kill each other.
So, yeah, we've got some towers. Blackpool, do we want to head that way? I don't know how to get down from here safely.
You've got bread. Just do it unsafely and then heal. Yeah, it sort of works. It looks dreadful on the frame rate you're sending over, but it got you down. It was brutal to watch.
So one of the other things last stream is snack pool. Got called as one of the wheel options.
Okay. What did that do?
It did this.
Oh, yeah. Cake bridge. This was deadly for a while. I hope it's a bit more put together now. Is anyone eating it?
I have seen some bites that have been taken out along the way.
Yeah, of course. Should that be punishable, do you think? Like eating the infrastructure?
I feel like if you eat the wrong piece, you will punish yourself immediately.
We could put something in, though, that punishes bridge eaters.
Yeah. Specifically bridge eaters?
Yeah. I don't mind if you eat a cake in the privacy of your own home, but you shouldn't eat a public bridge cake. Skelenin?
Oh, did someone just think that was going to cause me an accident?
How does it feel to be constantly surrounded by an entourage and some of them just for no reason try to kill you? Because I've never, you're going to get an unbidden sense of empathy for me.
Well, the thing is, I don't think people are really taking into account that this is just a short-term temporary thing, and that I will come back with the full power of the server should anything sort of bad happen to me.
And so you're receiving a much lighter version than I would get, given that that's true.
I think I haven't been here for a while, so I'm hoping that the issues that are in this area have been resolved. It looks like they have. So one of the consequences of things can only get better was there was a massive amount of Ravagers, which are the big rhino-like beast things. They were released across the entirety of Blackpool. There were hundreds of them here. It was really hard to get anything done or even move around. And I think they've been cleared out now.
Wow.
But it must have taken a while.
I would have just abandoned the town.
I think several people did, and I didn't. I did as well. This is what you did.
I didn't do that.
You destroyed this house.
No, I didn't do that. That's true. Okay. That's not true.
Well, your actions were the cause of this house being destroyed.
True. That's not true either.
Really?
I sought refuge in a house, and my persecutors burnt the house to try and get to me. If I remember, you set a bounty on my head, and I only attempted to live.
Well, I mean, attempting to live.
You're telling me that if you were running from someone and they drove a car into a wall to get at you, you should be put in prison for property damage.
Well, I mean, when you've done something like this, yeah.
You're telling me that's how you think the justice system should work? That's absolutely bonkers.
I mean,
if my murderer smashes a window to grab me, you think I should pay for the repairs to that window?
It's not just tough on crime, it's tough on the causes of crime, and you were the cause of crime.
Right. And you don't think that putting a bounty on my head, isn't that the aren't I just an intermediary cause of the crime, and that the ultimate cause is the creation of a murder-based economy?
No.
No, that's convenient.
Crime. I was the cause of the cause of crime, and that's not covered by the pithy soundbite.
Well, no, the pithy soundbite, the cause of the crime is the person setting fire to the house. The incentive they receive is not the cause.
Setting fire to the house was the crime.
Well, no, the moving of the ignition towards the flammable materials is the cause of the crime.
Oh, if you're going to get that granular, then everything's nonsense.
I don't think it's granular to say that putting the fire on the wood is the cause of the fire.
Walking to a place was the cause of the crime. You could say that. Looking in a direction was
No,
the
because
cause of the
walking
crime.
to a place is not a criminal act. There's loads of innocent.
Implies intent.
When is there a non-criminal murder-based economy? There's no innocent version of that. There's an innocent version of walking. There's also an innocent version of hiding, but there's no innocent version of arson.
What's a non-criminal murder-based economy?
Gift economies.
Is that murder-based?
No. You said what's a non-murder based? Let's roll back the tape.
You said
5 seconds.
You said non-criminal murder-based economy, and I'm what's
That's
that
exactly
mean?
exactly. That's the basis of my point. I'm saying that there's no non-criminal murder-based economy, whereas there is a non-criminal form of walking and hiding.
No, because it shows intent.
What? Hiding shows intent.
Yeah, what are you hiding from? What have you got to hide?
Sometimes people hide because they've got a headache. You never had a headache?
I wouldn't trust that.
You wouldn't? What does that mean? What does that even mean?
I think the Metropolitan Police would have issues with that.
Well, they have issues with all kinds of things.
Exactly. And now you know why.
No, you can't use the Metropolitan Police for the basis of law and justice. That's actually insane. Law and justice is something abstract that we'll reason out between ourselves. If you ask the police what's justice, it's open firing and randomly.
I feel like we're both on the same page here.
Not at all. I couldn't disagree. I've never disagreed with you more in my life. You can't blame me for hiding.
I'm not blaming you for hiding. I'm just saying that you've got to accept responsibility that caused crime.
This is what you're saying to me is evil.
No, it's justice.
When are you going to get... You created a murder-based economy. You should face justice.
That's not true.
You gave people monetary incentives to kill other people.
No, I didn't at all.
Do you think the last 7 minutes of dialogue is the best recreation of New Labour that we've actually managed in the film so far? I think we've done a pretty good little vignette.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't create a murder-based economy. What
are you talking about?
All I did, I put the words bounty up on the screen, and what people wanted to infer from that was up to them. The fact that there was...
You say infer to that like they came to some false conclusions. They murdered me and money went in their bank account automatically from that. They didn't come to a false conclusion. That the murder incentives were not only clear and signposted, but were true. The rewards were there for murder.
But they weren't advertised and it wasn't encouraged. It was just something that was available.
What do you mean not advertised? Modern day advertising is just promoting awareness, not telling people to do things. Call to actions, call to actions have gone out with the old bathwater. You just let people know that they can do something and they just will start doing it.
No, I think that's definitely true for you. I'm not sure that's standardized across all people.
I'm a normal citizen.
Yeah, but you will just do things if someone puts it in front of you.
Well, I'm not. Thank you for the follow, Johnny Ladders. I wonder what it was of the last 10 minutes that's encouraged you to stick around. They did a study in the University of Amsterdam where they just put people in a room with nothing stimulating in it and a button in the room, and they were said, this button, if you press it, it will electrocute you. And most men, it was men only that did this, did electrocute themselves after a bit.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me because that is deliberately putting people in a place where there is nothing to do except the thing you've been told not to do.
Mm-hmm. Which is a bit like living in society.
No, there's plenty of things to do in society other than something that someone wants you to do.
My only crime is being a man.
Oh, is that what you're going with?
That's how it feels. That's how it feels these days.
I don't think that's the direction you want to be taking this.
Oh, man. What would be my wait time before a little shock? I do it really early to know if I want to do it later, because I'd spend the whole time being like, I'd probably do it really early, but I think to get it out of my system so that I can enjoy being bored, you know? You'd shock yourself as well, wouldn't you? Onge?
I'd probably, no, I wouldn't shock myself, but I probably, if there was nothing else to do, I probably would investigate it without actually pressing the button.
What do you mean
So,
investigate it?
like,
Go,
if there was
oh,
some way
based on
of
this
taking it
battery and the
apart or
wires.
looking at it.
No, they're
Yeah,
not going to let you
exactly.
take it apart. That's obviously not the point of the experiment. You haven't got a screwdriver or an X-ray
I
gun.
don't know the full context that this is with.
There is no taking it apart. You can't look at the
Okay, then
wiring.
I
You've just got a
probably would just
button.
wait and sit in silence for 10 minutes then.
You'd shock yourself. Come
I wouldn't.
on. You'd shock yourself. Come
Okay,
on.
you know me. Do
I
you
do.
think that I could just sit and not do anything for 10 minutes?
Yes.
Right.
But only if you were being obstinate. So I guess the problem is that you know you're going into a test. But let's say it wasn't a test and
Yeah,
no
if I
one's
knew I was
observing
go-
your behavior. If you know
if I
someone's
knew it
recording
was a
your
test-
behavior and there's a chance someone being like, oh, Monge has electrocuted himself, then that's one thing. But if you fell into the test and you knew there was no one there and you weren't being observed, you would shock yourself.
If I knew it was a test, there would be no way I'd press that button.
Yeah, that's just what I've said.
If I didn't know it was a test and I was just put into an empty room with nothing but a button and no context for why I'm there,
And you
yes, I
and
probably
and
would
you
press it because I wouldn't know how to get out of the room otherwise.
yeah, but you know that it doesn't let you out of the room, it only shocks you, but you'd still press it.
Oh, if I had that contextual information, I would not press it.
In fact, here's what's happened, right? You did the test earlier in the day and you knew they were observing you, so you didn't shock yourself because you're very aware of how people perceive you, and that's important to you. And then later in the day, just through a series of funny happenstances, you just got locked in the room and you knew no one was looking at you, but you knew that button doesn't let you out of the room. I think you shock yourself then to be like, I was really curious the first time, but I didn't want anyone to see me shock myself. But now that no one's looking and no one will ever know, let's get a little bit of shocky docky.
I feel like you have thought about this and given more explanation to it than I ever would.
Because I knew about it before today. That's not, you've only just heard about it. How would you have built up the same level of consideration as me? I talk about it every other week.
Okay. I mean, I probably wouldn't press the button. So,
do you know about the test they did where they got a bunch of people in a room to determine whether like two strips of paper, what is this one longer than this one? And they weren't even like close, but everyone in the room was an actor except for the one person who was being tested. And so everyone in the room said that the long one was short and the short one was long. And they checked to see if the one person would go along with it.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd go along with it?
No.
You don't know your own mind. You're not. I can't trust you now. If you think you can be in a room of 30 people and everyone else is saying black is white, I'd say black is white because I'm not, going to be a dickhead
you're
about
aware that I work in marketing and I've done stuff like focus groups before, like manage them from the other side of the window.
And you're selling that beer?
Yeah, and other stuff. But
like the vodka.
I understand like marketing and sales psychology. I'm not gonna do stuff because I know what it's for.
Is either that beer or that vodka still available in the UK market?
No, because after I left that company, it decided that they'd stop trading.
You think you could be in a room full of people all saying 2 + 2 is 3, and you'd be that one, it's in the meme, but the guy who stands up and says something unpopular at the town hall.
I mean, I feel like I've done this in multiple situations.
Yeah? Like when?
Yeah,
When it was
just
but when it was
work
only
situations.
you. When it was only you, there was no one else backing you up. There wasn't someone else
Oh yeah,
that
definitely.
yeah? Do you want to talk me through it?
No.
You've never done it in a situation you can discuss. It's only situations that due to work
Typically,
reasons you
if
can't do
I'm
it.
disagreeing with everyone else because I'm right and I know that they're wrong, it's not things that I can then discuss.
Right.
Because I might have been overruled and those things went ahead anyway, and I don't want to associate myself with them.
Right. You think you're an Ubermensch, don't you?
What's that? Is that like an alpha or an Uber?
It's a bit like that, yeah. But I think these days you'd be more of a Sigma because the
I don't know what any of the
taxonomy's
words.
changed. You don't know about Sigma?
I've kind of just blocked myself off from all that bullshit, and I don't really understand what any of them are talking about.
Wow. You think you wouldn't shock yourself and you aren't galled or have any interest in conformity, but you aren't part of the manosphere. Define Sigma male. A Sigma male is an independent, self-reliant man who operates outside traditional social hierarchies. Okay, where's the lie so far? Often introverted, confident, and non-conformist. Now, can you tell me which of these attributes isn't you? How are you going to wriggle out of being a Sigma male? which of these bits does not apply?
I mean, confident. Let's go with that one.
You're not confident.
Most of the time, no. I'm confident about some things, but not as a general rule.
Well, hang on. Confident, and you're talking about overconfident like it's overconfident. You're not overconfident, but you're confident. You just told me you've tried to overrule people when everyone around you disagreed.
No, I said that I can have a different opinion and I still might get overruled.
Yeah, that's called being confident. You need to be confident to disagree with everyone, don't you?
You need to have some level of confidence. Otherwise, you just agree with everyone.
Yeah, that's you. Well, hang on. We need to define the parameters here. What does it mean to be confident? What does it mean to be confident? I'll just look it up. I'm online right now. What does it mean to be confident?
It feels like you're presenting it as you can either be confident or you can be a sycophant.
No, I'm saying it's
I feel like there's a lot of area between that.
No. I think there's a virtuous mean. I think you can be a sycophant. I think you can be confident. You can be like, overconfident, arrogant, overestimating yourself.
Okay.
Here's what it says about being confident. Being confident means having a realistic belief in your abilities, feeling secure in your knowledge, and acting with assurance in yourself and your decisions. So that's not you. You're different to that.
I wasn't listening. I was looking at the pyramid.
Get a load of this. Being confident means having a realistic belief in your abilities, feeling secure in your knowledge, and acting with assurance in yourself and your decisions.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah? All three not true.
It depends. In fact, me saying it depends means that's not true.
All right, fine. You're not a Sigma male. I'll let you off. You're out. You've dodged it. Dodged a bullet. And will you admit that you just didn't like the idea of being a Sigma male?
I don't really know what it means, or I assume it has a negative connotation.
Yeah, it's part of the manosphere taxonomy of men. Yeah, it's Redditors who watch John Wick. I think John Wick's a Sigma male.
Redditors who watch John Wick. I feel like that. Redditors who watch John Wick seems to describe probably more people than you intend it to.
Yeah, the
I think
manosphere is gigantic.
yeah, but I think you've used that cross section of people who use Reddit and people who have watched John Wick. I think that encompasses a lot more than people than you think.
No, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it encompasses a gigantic amount of people.
Have you seen John Wick?
No, but I can tell you this.
Right.
John Wick is the quintessential Sigma male, according to entrepreneurship and digital marketing blog. The YouTube channel Blokebox says
Yeah,
incredible traits
say
of
that
John Wick
again.
from the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Carlos Barraza from Entrepreneurship and Digital Marketing blog says that John Wick is the quintessential Sigma male. The YouTube channel Blokebox says incredible traits of John Wick, the perfect Sigma male, with a thumbnail that says ultimate Sigma male John Wick. The subreddit r/Sigma Cinema says, is John Wick Sigma / literally me? Then So Synced has an article called 23 Sigma Characters and Their Key Traits. And the thumbnail on that article, it's Heisenberg, James Bond, and Cillian Murphy in that show about Brummy Thugs. The Peaky Gooners.
Peaky Gooners.
Oh, it's something. I don't watch a lot of telly.
I had an accident.
Yeah, you fell, did you? Should we talk about Minecraft? I've really been going off on one.
Oh,
we're back. We're seeing how the sausage is made. We're in the sausage factory. Should we be showing people all of these? I guess there's no harm.
so if you ever do get back in, this is the bounty system.
Oh, yeah, that thing that was legal and reasonable and moral that you did.
Yeah. I'm trapped here now.
Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, that is exciting. Yeah, you'll still have op commands, yeah. No, you don't want to show yourself in spectator mode because people will know where it is.
It doesn't matter, they can't get in.
Just things will happen. People will find their way in. Should we make this a non-canon episode, I think? And we'll just make sure to read Skelly's story again next time.
I feel like this has to be a non-canon episode.
Yeah, this is Morlcraft Gaiden. What do you want to talk about? Because otherwise I'm just going to try and wind you up.
Outside.
Yeah, it actually rules. Can this be the musical episode? Yeah, sure. Like singing songs, because Mono's not going to sing.
No.
He won't even hum. He actually doesn't do anything I ask him to. And then when I say, are you just refusing to do things I ask him to? He acts like I'm just happen to be asking all the things he won't ever do.
I mean, a lot of the time you are deliberately asking things you know I won't do.
I always feel a little bit surprised by where your boundaries are. Like, I'm always trying to edge towards the boundary until I find something you will do, but I never find it. I'm fascinated by the concept of headache and seek. It's not headache and seek. It's not you go and hide because you've got a headache with the desire to be sought. It's just you go and hide because you've got a headache because you've got a headache. And if someone seeks you and finds you, you go, fuck off. I've got a headache. It's not a game. It's just an aspect of life, isn't it? You get a headache and you want to be on your own.
I feel like you can gamify it.
Well, having a headache? Yeah, probably.
I think there's a lot of aspects of life that you can gamify.
Do you know what would be good? A subscription app when every time you got a headache, you press a button, you get a point. And then there's a leaderboard across the globe.
Is the point like an ibuprofen or?
No. You have to take that separately. But you press it when you've got a headache, and then there's a leaderboard, and you get to see how many headaches you have compared to everyone else in the world.
No, I don't think that's fun.
No? I honestly think people would go for it.
No, because then there'll be people with like serious medical conditions.
Yeah, but there has to be some benefit
And
to
then
having those
suddenly
medical
you're
conditions.
competing on something that becomes less enjoyable and more worrying.
But imagine you've got a condition that gives you loads of headaches.
Yeah,
I,
like people do.
yeah, I know they do. Yeah. But now you get to be like the winner. Like you won. You're top of the leaderboard.
No, yeah.
The problem is it only allows you to click it again when you have a new headache. So people who have one constant headache lose.
Yeah. So like a migraine would only count as one, even though
Yeah.
it's probably got the intensity of several.
Yeah, the meta is to have lots of short headaches.
You're going to end up with people causing themselves head injuries just to
Yeah.
get minor headaches.
And it doesn't count if you take painkillers and then the painkillers wear off, because that might just be the same headache. You just didn't feel it for a while.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no policing this. Just press
No,
it.
and I don't think you should get the police involved.
No, well, no, I shouldn't. What about like a mood tracker? But
Like
it's
one
a
of the
game.
little fishes.
Hmm?
Like one of those little fish.
What do you mean?
The mood fish.
Thinking of a minnow?
No, the ones you put on your hand and they tell you your mood.
Oh, and they curl up if you're happy, and then they catch fire if you're sad.
I don't know if they do that, but
I got the premium ones.
Okay.
They go poof, like a sparkler if you're sad. They go bang. Remember, were you in school when you could buy those little crackers? You could buy those little tiny little white bits of gunpowder.
Yeah, little firecrackers.
And you could chuck them on the floor and they go bang, and all the schools had to ban them. That's what they do if you're sad.
I don't feel like any schools had to ban them. I think they were always banned just on principle.
They banned football cards in my school, and they didn't even have the gunpowder in them. Yeah.
Wow.
I think we were getting into fights.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
No, do you know what? Actually, no. I think they banned Pokemon cards, but then they didn't know how to. Yeah.
I think Pokemon did get banned. Ours?
And then other kind of trading cards got caught in the crossfire, even though there wasn't really any problem with football cards, and football cards had been fine for years, but they just had to ban all cards to simplify things. Oh, they never banned Pogs for us. I remember when I was in late primary school, I made a dreadful trade. I traded a bunch of Jungle Edition uncommon Pokemon cards for a bunch of Pogs and Slammers because a kid from another school convinced me Pogs were coming back. And I just went in for it hook, line, and sinker. I thought, if Pogs do come back, I'm going to be set up with this. And then I held on to them for ages, being like, maybe Pogs will come back. And I held on to them
They never did, though, did they?
They never did. They never became worth anything. And then Pokemon cards now can buy you a house. So I've fucked up big time. That's like the worst trade I've ever made.
We're at the data center.
Yeah, evil's in quotes. Oh, I like the sun coming from over the data center, when really it should be setting on all of humanity.
I just realised what this is actually made out of.
Isn't it just like deep slate from the nether or something? No, what's it made of?
What's the name? It's the ancient debris compacted, I think.
Oh, is it like the most valuable item in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Netherite.
That's really funny. People should harvest these components for clothes.
I don't think this actually has a door.
You think Harlan Ellison would like Minecraft? You don't have to answer that.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that's more not necessarily anything about the concept of Minecraft or playing it. Just on, I don't think Harlan Ellison likes things.
You think he'd like Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Well in.
I bet he would have liked Balatro, but that's just because everyone likes Balatro. And he wouldn't have liked it. He'd be saying, like, I gotta stop playing this thing. I assume he talks that way.
Have you heard him speak?
No, I just assume he talks that way. He's saying, I'm trying to do the purple chip, but it's too hard for me. I'm trying to get a flush. Do you want to talk about something? I shouldn't lead the conversation, really.
I feel like you've not got a lot to do, so I'm...
Right.
Kiss them to their heads and get around... What?
Where has the Ellison beef come from? What do you think I'm going for? You think that was me attacking him? I don't think I've said anything critical about Harlan Ellison. I could. I think he's quite a misanthropic guy. But I don't think
yeah, Harlan Ellison has obviously made a lot of positive impact, but is also doesn't appear to be a particularly positive person about a lot of things.
I just think the idea of him being stuck on Balatro for a few months is kind of funny. I think it would have happened as well.
Yeah. Oh,
You need a new bed, mate.
Yeah. We can go and look at the data center properly now, though.
Yeah, spectator mode.
The only entrance I'm aware of, or at least the only access, is from the top. In fact, while I'm up here...
Is there something in it? Like some sort of core?
So you remember when I let people have access to spawners?
Yeah, somewhat. Oh, they put the spawners in the data center. Why? What does that spawn? Oh, a wither skeleton.
Wither skeleton.
The new Wind Man.
New Wind Man.
I thought you'd know the name.
I forgot the name, so it is New Wind Man.
Okay. NWM in the
old
chat.
Exploding Man. And just Zombie Villager.
Yeah, new old guy.
New old guy.
No, he's not new.
New old guy.
Okay, well, I guess that's where they are. I like all these like smokestacks type things. Also, are we going to find the disc up here? Oh, I like that. Oh, I like all of this. Sort of. It makes the map look strange, but I appreciate that it's here. Yeah, fair enough. There's a big disc. Who made it?
There is a big disc.
Also, what are these other things going into the sky? What are these mega structures?
They're beacon lights.
They have beacons. How did they get beacons?
Because
withers.
Once you give people the ability to just create infinite amounts of stuff, suddenly you can create infinite amounts of stuff, and beacons become very easy.
Right, because once you've got one, you've got as many as you could ever want.
Yep.
I think I shouldn't have made the chests. Like, I think that was too generous.
I mean, it's meant that a lot of things are easier to do, easier to get. I think a lot of people just kind of went a bit nuts on getting things that they perceived as valuable. And I did do a reminder of, before this goes away, make sure you've actually got stuff that's going to be useful long term rather than just get
What
all
was
the
the
diamonds.
what was the most innocent thing that someone thought was valuable?
Innocent? How do you mean?
Well, just the idea of someone who hasn't played a lot of Minecraft, so they're like, wow, I'm going to get a lot of gold. And you're like, oh, my
Oh, I
precious
don't know.
darling, my
I
sweet
mean,
child.
there's. Hang on. If we go back down to it, I mean, the immediate area around it probably covers a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, emerald, I suppose. Emerald's one of those things that you're like, I bet that's good.
Yeah, so emerald, diamond,
Magma.
anvils.
Skelenin's in some sort of trouble or in an argument or something? Do we have any context for Skelenin's predicament? Get away from the edge, Blair. Oh, Skelenin tried to help you.
I think Skelenin's just taken a long time getting up to the disc as I came down.
You need to not be flying. It's not fair on your entourage.
I'm going back up to the disc.
Look, there's Skelenin. No, Skelenin, you can see. Look, is that not them? They just want to be part of the story. Go in there and go back to normal mode.
I think Skelenin's just broken the staircase.
Yes, but it's sort of your fault. Skelenin has a categorical imperative to follow you around within a radius of 3 blocks.
Okay.
Okay, and then you've got to go survival mode. And then we'll source a new topic from chat, so I won't be tempted to try and get a reaction out of you. I'm very antagonistic as a host. I don't know why.
Oh, I hate this.
It's very exciting.
I would have just put a ladder up here.
How are you with heights in real life?
Generally okay. I think there's been times where it's just, nope, don't like this, don't want this. Oh.
See, stuff like this makes me, I'm not so good with heights. I get, just to explain myself, I get scared of falling and dying.
Yeah, that's a normal reaction.
Is that the normal way that fear of heights
That's the
manifests?
safe reaction.
Yeah.
That prevents your body from going, I'll just move closer to this. Oh, there's loads to go.
And for similar reasons, I'm scared of going really fast. For the same reason. Because when you're falling, you know how there's a maximum terminal velocity?
Yeah.
Are there vehicles that go faster than that?
Under any normal circumstances, you will never reach or get close to.
Are there any vehicles that travel faster than that? Like, does a bullet train go faster than maximum terminal velocity?
It might do. I think the maximal terminal velocity isn't actually as fast as you might think it is.
Yeah, let's find out. I'm going to find out what the fastest vehicle in the world is.
I think it's only like 70 miles an hour or something like that, I think.
What, the fastest vehicle in the world?
No, terminal velocity.
Okay, how fast is terminal velocity? 120 miles per hour.
What was it? Well, that's still not hugely fast.
How fast does a train go?
I think the bullet trains are like 200 almost.
High-speed trains, which includes like stuff they have in France, but also, yeah, they're like the bullet train is much faster. Yeah, your average high-speed train is faster than terminal velocity. So really, rather than being scared of heights, you should be scared of trains.
Terminal velocity is not a propelled speed, is it? It's just gravity force almost.
It's the most unpropelled speed it's the fastest you can go unpropelled, I think, isn't it? There's no
Well,
way
yeah.
unpropelled you'll go faster than that.
But logically, if you were falling based on gravity and you propelled yourself forward, you would be going faster than terminal velocity. So,
Like what if I was falling and then I like went, the blow would like make me go faster than terminal velocity.
I mean, theoretically, it probably would make you go slightly faster than terminal velocity because you are dispelling air.
But it means you should be more scared of trains than you are of falling, right? Because it's
Or doesn't
worse.
a plane goes faster than even the bullet train, doesn't it?
Does it? I don't. Hang on.
Well, I feel like it has to.
Are planes faster than trains? Yes. But oh no, this is irrelevant. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Easily, like considerably and easily, yes. But that's not a good example, right? Because if a plane crashes, normally you get a bit of both.
A bit of plane and train.
Well, you get a bit of crash and fall. Whereas I'm comparing crash with fall, and you're saying, what about the plane? Well, that's actually in the middle of the Venn diagram. There are people who die in a plane crash where the plane hasn't taken off.
Yeah, and you're never going to get to terminal velocity in a falling plane.
What do you mean? You'll go higher than terminal velocity because it's...
I mean, that would be different.
You could end up flying down.
The only way that would happen would be if there's a complete engine shutdown from a static position.
No, but what I'm saying is...
wouldn't ever happen.
There are a bunch of crashes where the nose goes down and they can't lift it, but the engines are still going. So it's propelling itself. It's worse than terminal velocity.
But with things like the wings and the aerodynamics and stuff of the plane, you probably wouldn't. I feel like it's unlikely that you would be hitting that velocity at the angle necessary. It just probably wouldn't happen. You'd be having a much slower. You'd have a much slower angle of descent unless everything was catastrophically wrong.
What do you mean? If the nose went down, you'd have a faster angle of descent because it's aerodynamic. It would go fast down. It wouldn't.
Yeah, but in reality, that doesn't really happen. Unless you're like doing a World War II dogfight.
I think Skelenin's given you a book. I think.
Oh.
Remember, Skelenin, this is a Morlcraft guidance. It's non-canon, so anything you give us, we'll read again next week.
Oh, I still have all my stuff.
Is that not a new book? Oh, okay. We haven't got anything new. Okay. Skelenin's just trying to keep you alive. Never mind. Let's talk about falling. Sorry, is anyone being like having a bad time me talking about fall? I've realized this is a real fear for people. So if you need me to move on, I forgot that this is a proper fear for people. So I cannot talk about this.
I mean, you did say it was a fear for you as well.
Yeah, but I have more control over what comes out of my mouth. I was on a horse that bolted and my face all swelled up from the aerodynamic pressure. I looked like Hey Arnold. Oh, you went wide. Wow. I never thought people could go wide. But can people go long head? Are horses faster than terminal velocity? I'm gonna go horse top speed. Horses are not as fast as terminal velocity at all. So imagine how swelled up your head would be if you went terminal velocity. How's Brady sliding like that? I mean, Rat, whose identity I don't know. What's happening? How's that happening?
Controller drift, maybe?
What, gone to get a drink and just slowly sliding out? That was really good.
Why is rat skin on? Yeah, good point. I think maybe if people log out and log back in, their skins will come back, but I'm not going to guarantee that.
Oh, do you think like death is making people like reload their... How do you compare Bredy sliding off the world disc with Del Boy falling through the bar?
I don't know. They're different.
Yeah.
It's
No, that's
they're
correct.
they're not comparable enough in the same
They're comparable.
type.
What do you mean they're not comparable? They're very comparable.
No, because one was just immediate natural slapstick and one was slow burn of inevitability.
Yeah, they're different. I'm just saying they're comparable. I'm just saying they're very comparable. There's someone falling and it's funny. They're not apples and oranges. They're apples and pears.
Right. I don't understand that analogy.
You don't understand apples and oranges being more different than apples and pears? I can compare an apple to a pear.
Comparison point. It's not. Comparing apples and oranges is one thing, but comparing apples and pears, that's like comparing apples and oranges.
You're saying comparing apples and pears is like comparing apples and oranges?
No, the analogy itself is like comparing apples and oranges.
But what's the the analogy? What my analogy, which is one thing. We've got one thing, and that one thing is like
comparing apples and pears as an analogy is as compared to comparing apples and oranges is like apples and oranges.
Oh, you're saying the difference between comparing apples and pears as an analogy and the difference between comparing apples and oranges as an analogy is itself like apples and oranges.
Yeah.
But not literally, you're using the idiom.
Oh, yeah, not literally, because there's no fruit.
Right, because we're just talking about two metaphors.
Yeah.
But isn't that my point?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
That was my point at the beginning. That it's very different to compare apples and pears with apples and oranges. It's in fact very easy to compare apples and pears.
Oh, yeah, because you wouldn't do that.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't you do that?
Well, you wouldn't compare apples and oranges with apples and pears.
No, I'm saying... Yeah, exactly. No. I'm not talking about comparing apples and oranges with comparing apples and pears. I'm talking about comparing... I'm talking about... No, I am. Sorry, I am. I'm comparing apples and oranges with comparing...
I'm also getting
pears.
confused by the word pair being part of comparing.
Right, because we've got two pairs of comparisons.
Yeah.
But one of the comparisons is with pears.
With comparing.
There's two pairs, apples and pears and apples and oranges.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that comparing apples and pears and comparing like apples and oranges is like comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes, but I actually said it first. And then you gave it back to me like it's a novel idea. That was my point. What I'm saying is, right, do you agree with the following? You can't easily compare apples and oranges because they're quite different.
I mean, there's a lot of similarities.
What, in their fruit?
Yeah, I think just like obvious surface differences that one is round and orange and one is green and round.
There's more different. No. Yes.
There's more similarities than there are differences.
Well, not as terms of fruit go, I think. There's a lot of fruit that are because I think the fact that oranges are citrus and they're segmented and they have this husk thing around them, the pith, I think that puts them in a whole different like branch of fruit. Whereas with apples, you might think like a plum is. I mean, the thing you think is closest, honestly, is a pear.
I feel like you could have picked more distinctly different fruit for that analogy.
I didn't pick apples and oranges. This is famous.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's not, but I think it's definitely something that leaves a lot of room for improvement in terms of analogies.
You in a bad mood today?
No, just exercising my Sigma rights.
You're a Sigma male now.
I can't remember what it is.
Can we clip that, please? Can we please clip Mono saying, I'm just exercising my Sigma rights? To what extent do you disagree with me, just for the fun of it?
In general, or on this?
On this.
I don't think I properly heard your original statement.
And how often do you think you've properly heard what I've said before you disagree?
Before I disagree?
Yeah. How important is it to you to make sure you understand what I'm saying before you disagree?
Oh, no, never.
Okay.
But I like to have the gist.
Yeah. You want to hear a couple of keywords.
Yeah.
So that you can do some next token prediction. Is Skelenin asking if you come here often? Is Skelenin nearby?
There are various people who are popping in and out of the ledge area.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to have gone now, though.
So what's your objective in the game? What are you up to?
Personally, I have no objective. I've been around the area and looked at all the things. I don't really know what else to do or where to go from here.
Mm-hmm.
If there is any guidance or anything you would like to see, I can go there.
I don't know of anything that I've not seen. I'm not aware of anything that I don't know about, you know? It's the problem.
If anyone else is around and has any suggestions of places I should go or things that Sean has not seen yet, and potentially I have not seen yet, feel free to point me at it.
Can I write a command in? What happens if I write like...
Yeah, if you've got server access, you can still put stuff in.
Yeah, I've still got server access. Let me remember. It's title, all, title, hello.
Hello.
I can write directly into the server. I can't get in, but I can put sentences in. I was thinking of this for a nickname for you.
Monge.
Yeah.
It sounds like an insult.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
It's short for Monjo.
Yeah, I get that.
Are you thinking about Minge?
No, but just it feels like that kind of word feels like something you wouldn't say in a positive way.
No, it's like familiar, like sponge.
Okay.
I just couldn't think of...
Yeah, I know. I mean, if the first thing you can think of is sponge, that's...
Sponge isn't nice, is it? Yeah, Monge too. Yeah, Pret a Manger. You've probably had a nice time in a Pret a Manger. No, it's not great. No, don't get me wrong.
I think the last time
I was
in
good.
One, it was just very average.
Yeah, but 20% more expensive. Congratulations. You've just used a precious item. You've claimed 0 got John Wick gold. Oh, is that still going?
Oh, what? Super Sigma John Wick coins?
You're embracing it?
No, you was just following on from what you said earlier. It feels like people don't realize that he's a hitman.
I don't know really what John Wick is. I know he's been in Fortnite.
I think it's because bad things get done to him and he has like some kind of moral code.
Isn't that true of everyone?
No, but I think contextually within the film, you're meant to root for him and ignore the fact that he does kill people for money as a job.
But doesn't Samus Aran do that? I think she's all
Yeah.
right. I think they've been trying to drift away from the idea that Samus kills people for money, but she does. I have not seen her do it, but it's in the instruction manual.
I feel like there's so many games where the protagonist or someone who's meant to be a positive character is a murdering mercenary.
Yeah.
As a game trope in general, people are just accepting of that.
So John Wick has managed to take Ludo narrative dissonance, which was a game thing, and actually get it into cinema where there's no Ludo. It's just narrative dissonance. There's a bit of TNT appearing. Oh, G4S is actually attempting to do security crimes.
I didn't see the actions. I just saw it pop up and disappear. I don't know who's responsible.
Shaz has asked an interesting question here. Is it unethical to murder for money?
Probably.
Yeah? Can you talk more on this?
No.
No?
No. I don't want to get into that one.
No? Bit too spicy for you?
No, I just think it's a dead end.
Really?
It does have Lovejoy in it too. And I'm glad that people still remember Lovejoy because it's weird seeing him pop up in things now that he's old. And no one remembers it's Lovejoy.
Who's Lovejoy?
Lovejoy.
Okay, thanks.
He was an antique dealer.
Okay.
And now he's a Hollywood star, often playing grizzled older men with bad attitude.
You're running backwards and forwards just idly while you talk about absolutely nothing in particular. You've become the ultimate you've become the ultimate weak frog proxy. You've fallen into my number one behavioral trope. Running backwards and forwards, particularly along a wall or border or edge, while just searching into the recesses of my brains for something to talk about.
Yeah.
That's so good. I've molded you into myself.
No, I don't like that.
Okay, then you always had me inside you and I've just come out. But I think you'll like that less.
I think Wick in the first one isn't a good character, just the point of view. Isn't meant to be morally good. I mean, I know. I don't think he's ever presented as good, but he is definitely presented as fighting for a good cause or fighting for the right reasons.
Who's your favourite fictional murderer?
And
I'll also accept a manslaughterer.
I don't know.
All right, let's start.
I feel like that's too broad because.
Okay, let's try narrow it.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite fictional poisoner?
Poisoner.
These good questions.
No, someone immediately just came to mind, and I cannot remember anything.
You can't. Can you name just top of your head any fictional poisoner?
No.
You can't name a fictional poisoner. Chat, get to work. Give me all your fictional poisoners.
Something started coming to mind immediately, and then all details about it went. I don't remember things like that.
You don't remember things like
no
a poisoning?
Well, no, it's like I will remember, yes, my brain will go, yes, I can think of someone who would fit that answer perfectly, but I cannot give you any information such as who. or what
Mm.
film or any
Mm.
details about that film.
So you
I
know they're
just know
out
that there's
there.
someone there.
You know they're out there, but they're behind frosted glass.
Yeah.
Mm. Have you thought about doing memory palace techniques to help with your
No.
recall? Are you worried that as you get older, you'll lose a lot of your memories?
No, because I find that most of the memories that I lose weren't important to begin with.
Right.
And the ones that were, I mean, I can't remember them. So
That's really sad. Has Sean thought about doing memory palace? I do. I think about it all the time. I keep thinking I should develop some recall techniques. But I don't think the memory palace will work with me. I'm trying to get better at developing mnemonics. But what I haven't done is stitched all the mnemonics together. Oh, Shaz says ekphoria chat.
what's Icphoria?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'll just add a new tab next to my checking how fast horses, trains, terminal velocity, and and planes go. Ekphoria.
Horses. You looked up how you were looking up how fast horses go.
Yes, because Shaz got a wide head off of a horse. Ekphoria represents a unique and profoundly positive psychological state characterized by the experience of heightened levels of mental and physical pleasure. While this phenomenon historically remained underexplored within mainstream psychological inquiry, recent scholarly attention has begun to focus intensively on its potential implications for mental health and overall well-being. The initial conceptualization of Ekphoria suggests it is more than transient happiness. Rather, it is a deeply absorbed state that generates powerful positive psychological outcomes. No offense, Mono, but this doesn't sound like you. No offense. It's not me either, but it's definitely not you. I just can't imagine that you live in a constant state of heightened psychological and physical pleasure.
No, it doesn't really sound quite there.
Ekphoria in psychology is where you access and marry it. I'm on the encyclopedia of arabpsychology.com, and I'm on the listing for Ekphoria, written by Mohammed Luti. But maybe it's just wrong. Ekphoria. Oh, Merriam-Webster, yeah, has a completely different definition. The rousing of an engram or system of engrams from a latent to active state, as by repetition of the original stimulus or by mnemonic excitation. Can this be in flipping English, please?
I feel like I know what all of the words mean.
I don't. What's an engram?
That's how do you explain that without using the word engram?
An engram is hang on. Define engram. Give me a potted definition of engram, and then I'll compare it to what this says.
Shaz in chat.
A hypothetical permanent change in the brain accounting for the existence of memory, a memory trace. So is an engram the idea that a memory is a qualitative, subjectively experienced thing, whereas an engram is the actual physical encoding of it somewhere in your brain. So it's the actual referent saved that you then pull into conscious thought as an experience as a memory. But somewhere back there, it's like the difference between opening a picture on my computer and I can see it's a picture of a dog, but then I save it as a JPEG and the JPEG is like data all squished up and it's squashed, and it's not a picture of a dog, it's just data. And my computer turns the data into a dog. And so a memory is the dog and the engram is the JPEG. Yeah? I've got it? Okay.
Memory is say that last bit.
You're just allergic to listening to what I say.
I got confused by the JPEG and the doc.
So there's two things, right? An engram is not a memory, and a memory is not an engram. They sort of convert one into another, right? And computers offer a good analogy for this. because they will open up a file and they can show us a picture,
Yeah.
and the file is the encoding of the picture, and then the picture is something a bit more. The picture is the equivalent of a memory where we experience it and we can see it, and it engages with our senses in some way.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is where Skelly came to life. This is where Skelly was reborn.
Yeah. So I was confused by the JPEG and doc because they're vastly different for a number of reasons.
What, a JPEG and a doc?
Yeah, it's like comparing apples and oranges.
I've heard a friend of mine recently said that actually you can compare apples and oranges because they're quite similar.
No, apples and pears you can compare because they're quite similar.
Do you know it's actually immoral to gaslight people? Like we've learned in recent years that's actually something only evil people do.
Do you still think I was gaslighting you about coffee?
Are we talking about things not part of this stream?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're referring to. Gaslighting you about coffee?
Yeah, for a while you thought I'd been deliberately gaslighting you into making really strong coffee.
No, I think you were accidentally gaslighting me.
I wasn't doing anything at all.
Mono has very, very strong coffees, and when we lived together, I was making my coffees more like his coffees because he was I'm not saying I'm like a duckling, but he was an older man, and I imprinted on him I use him as a yardstick for what's normal in life, which I now know was, maybe I shouldn't have done that in a few ways. But small things like how much coffee you put in your coffee, I was like, well, that's how my friend Mono has it, so that's probably normal. And that's when I developed a problem with caffeine and insomnia that lasted about 5 years. And I've never said, I've never taken it out on him, but I don't know why I'm being made to recount it here.
No,
this is making me
gaslighting.
recontextualize the entire dynamic.
You did bring it up once, and it confused the hell out of me. And it was when I realized that you'd even been doing this at all.
Well, when we first met, Mono, our age difference was relatively significant. Now it doesn't mean anything because we're both older. But when I first met you, you were my hero.
I don't think that's true.
I found you very interesting, at least.
Yeah. I know that you don't mean that as a compliment.
No, what do you mean? No. It's a high of a compliment to be an object of my interest.
I think most of the people watching this stream are aware that when you say you find someone interesting, that's not necessarily a positive thing. Or
no, you're not Mark Dolan. No, don't get it twisted, buddy. I thought you were cool. I thought you were my cool older friend, and so I wanted to be like you.
No.
And so I wanted to drink strong coffees like you. And listen to noise music. I listened to a lot of noise music to impress you.
I feel like you did that before you even met me.
Not really. I just wanted you to think I did.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted you to think I was cool.
Okay.
And you do now, right?
Apples and pears.
What do you mean? Sorry. Can you turn that into a full sentence?
It's Cockney rhyming slang for stairs.
Yeah, you're saying I've got a long way to go.
Yeah, but you're getting there.
Okay, thanks, buddy. What were we talking about before we took a hard left-hand turn into coffee?
What noise music? I remember you talking to me about Merzbow.
I was going to say Merzbow, yeah.
I listened to a lot of Pansonic, I think, at the time.
I listened.
Is really good. If you do like noisy stuff, Pansonic are very interesting because it's all analog and they do it by just like hitting cables against input jacks and stuff like that.
I remember once you did a tweet about wolf eyes, so I started listening to wolf eyes.
Mm.
Yeah. You said you were putting wolf eyes on at work. And I was like, my friend Mon
Yeah,
is so
that didn't
cool.
go down well at all.
Yeah.
They didn't give me control over the playlist very often, so when I did, I just took the piss.
Yeah, that's fair. It's always good to misuse a right the moment you have it.
Yep. Let everyone know they were justified.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about something before the coffee. Have you got what you wanted from the coffee thing?
Yeah, I didn't really want anything from it.
What do you mean? You didn't have any objective?
No.
Because to me, I always think our conversations are built into something.
Oh. I apologise for ever giving you that impression.
I always think we're approaching something. Don't you feel that way? Like we're always about to arrive?
No.
But we're getting somewhere.
No. Really not with the Minecraft conversations.
What do you mean? You don't think we're like pulling away layers of something?
No. Is that what
You think we're just treading water? What do you think we're doing here?
It depends how the conversations start. I mean, sometimes it feels like it just feels like it's space filler.
Oh.
Sometimes it feels like it's genuinely trying to understand something.
I like this.
The Mono Station.
Yeah, so a book about that.
I'm being bricked in.
That's fine. That's fine. Look, you can still craft things.
Yeah, good.
What are you going to craft? What are those? Hang on, go back. Back more. What are those?
So I was hoping to get to this at some point within the streams, but you never went in that direction.
What direction?
There is some new things in the game that I was hoping to introduce you to that I think you very much enjoy.
Is this cap and goggles for the Happy Gas?
Yeah.
Wow. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Yeah, we're just not there yet.
We'll get to it.
The only things I can make are sticks.
Uh-huh.
And blocks of bamboo.
Oh, you'd love one of those, mate.
Hmm?
You'd love one of those. That would suit you.
Well, I've got one.
Around. That's good. What are you going to do with it? Oh, you're going to put it there. That's good. Yeah, you got carpet on it.
Thanks.
Well, it's good that we're not picking one now, really, because this is non-canon. But I am hoping that election comes up soon.
Election really needs to come up soon.
Sort of a lot of the stream was based on like we'll get the mayor, and then that will start a lot of the storyline, and it just hasn't happened. And I have diligently added more stuff into the wheel, but always thinking like there's always a 1 in 10 chance we'll get election, so it will happen, and then it just hasn't.
No.
I forget about how randomness works. It means anything can happen.
Can we overstack the wheel or increase percentages?
Yeah. No, I will when there's something that's plot significant, I'll probably make it so that it has a greater chance. Because it's getting silly.
Yeah, and there's stuff like Qbert that you were really excited about. That might not ever actually come up.
And I think there's a chance the person wanting to see Qbert has forgotten it's even there now. So
yeah.
The Granita restaurant's been built for the deal. That is good. The deal needs to happen soon then.
Oh, I walked past that and didn't actually look. I didn't turn around to show you it.
That rules. I think, is Blord and Frown still around? Not
today.
No. Well, it's 20 to 10 now. Do you want to have one last really good conversation and then we'll ease ourselves into bed?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I thought you might want to tee one up. I feel like I've been dominating the conv.
I can.
You used to host a radio show for years and years.
Yeah, but I didn't talk to people.
But isn't it hard? See, to me, I think this is a bit of a doddle because there's someone else here. I would find it really hard to talk just on my own. I guess they're different skills.
It's okay because you don't have to have a dialogue.
Monologue.
I mean, I did used to come up with things to say, but I always knew that they could be very defined, short things that didn't need to turn into a conversation.
And what was
I was just thinking about work stuff as well and doing community management and actually having to think of active engagement stuff and hating it because I'd have to come up with loads of different ways to engage the community and talk to people and start conversations and force continuance of conversations. And I don't like that. I'm not that sociable.
Do you think there's a conflict by your work in community management and your lack of desire to communicate with other people?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the entire concept of me in marketing and communications, when I don't like talking or communicating, has definitely been a challenge.
So how did you end up doing that kind of thing, considering all of that?
I was the one who knew how to use Photoshop.
And Photoshop, making a design in Photoshop's a nice solitary task you could pore over. It's then when you have to put that somewhere and make sure people can see it and engage people on the message that's connected to it. That's where it all gets a bit horrible.
I mean, literally, my route into marketing was I started as an admin somewhere. I was the only one who knew how to use Photoshop and like WordPress and what the internet was. So it very quickly became, Mono is in charge of all of our marketing stuff because no one else actually knows the first thing about it.
If you were to leave marketing and community management and respec into something else, what would it be?
Public speaking.
Yeah?
It probably would be, yeah.
I think you're a good public speaker.
Yeah, and again, it's something that really doesn't build on the strength of I hate talking to people.
I can see that, but you do a fair bit of public speaking, I thought.
I do. I've just got into this weird niche of the things that I'm good at are things that I don't really enjoy on a personal level.
Fluff says, I thought you were in forestry or something. I can see why you've come to that. That feels more opposite. You wouldn't think this is a community manager and public speaker.
I look like someone who lives in the woods.
No, you don't. You could easily become that.
Oh, yeah.
You don't dress like you live in the woods.
How do people who live in the woods dress? Because I feel like they're not that different from what most people wear.
Thicker garments.
Okay.
You've got a very considered palette, and the cut and the hems of your clothes are very particular.
Okay.
This is all good stuff.
Okay. I just don't know what's so particular.
Well, you're always dressed like Mono.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's a compliment. Some people don't even dress like themselves. But now that we're all our age, we all dress like ourselves. You know, when you're in your 20s, early 20s, and you don't always dress like yourself, you're just figuring stuff out.
No, I think I've dressed. I mean, I don't dress how I did then, now.
No.
But I think I still always had a particular range I would stick within.
Yeah, you've always had I think you had a very restricted wardrobe selection, which has expanded for the positive over the last 10 years.
Okay. I feel like you want to say something, and I don't know what it is.
No. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not hinting at some great insult. I'm trying to give you a compliment, but I'm also trying to choose my words so I don't accidentally make it sound bad.
Okay.
Sorry. People are very mistrustful of me. They think I'm always trying to say something awful, but
No,
usually I'm just trying to say something normal.
I'm mistrustful of compliments. So
why is that?
Normally, whenever people are complimenting me on stuff, it's because they need me to do something for them. That's kind of a work risk.
I don't need anything from you beyond your company every Friday.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to see me outside of that.
Yeah.
And I know it's not going to happen, but that's why we have this. That's why we have our Fridays.
Yeah, I mean, I do invite you to some of the other stuff I do as well. But
but that's the sort of thing where I feel I have to apologize every month I can't make it.
No.
Well, I know that, but I want to support your endeavor, but that is a work thing you're doing. And I do try and support it.
It is a work thing, I will admit that.
And that's why I've tried to come and help. And I know I haven't always been able to.
I'm thinking that we don't actually have like ongoing social stuff anymore. We used to.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Until relatively recently. We should probably actually get on that.
TF in the chat for the fellas. Actually, TF, TFWAF, the fellas who are friends. Or TFWAF.
TFWAF. I feel like you could have got a better acronym there.
Really? I like TFWAF. I think I'm always lucky if the acronym could be pronounced. I love when there's a vowel.
Thank you for not making it TWAFAC or TFWAFAC.
Why?
For friend and colleague.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I've always said that we're friends and colleagues, you know? I don't think it diminishes from friends that we're also colleagues.
No, I mean, the original joke was that it would switch between friend or colleague.
Yeah.
Depending on different situations.
I think we're in a more stable place these days.
Oh, yeah. What was the legal air stuff?
Well, I think for some reason I was toying, or you had tricked me into giving you power of attorney over my estate after I die.
I don't think I tricked you into that, but I do remember it coming up.
Why would I give it to you voluntarily? There must have been some. I must have been duped.
It sounds like I would never have thought to question you or ask for that. So I think it feels like something that you would have said because you were just talking and weren't thinking about the words that were coming out.
There's no shot that I fumbled just giving you power of attorney over my estate. That's a dropped ball even for me. But that's what you reckon probably happened.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Do you think I'll get my Microsoft account back within 1 week?
I would hope so.
Yeah, because if it's for all the time they're gaining from the vibe coding.
Yeah, I think as soon as you get to speak to a person that's not a GPT bot, it will probably get resolved relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And the challenge will be speaking to someone who's not a GPT bot.
Yes, that is the challenge for these days, isn't it?
I mean, even if you find a phone number and call it, it will still probably be an automated bot.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to bring up the form. So I've got it ready to do as soon as the stream ends. And then I think We'll have like one like smash hit mini conversation, and then we'll wrap up. Like an all-timer.
Oh.
Well, what's wrong with that? I don't want to teach you how to suck eggs here, but it's important to end with a bang.
Right.
You know, have you heard this? It's part of the psychology of performance is as long as you end strong, people are a bit forgiving of any lulls in energy in the middle.
Okay.
Do you understand how that works?
I understand the concept, yeah.
So do you think it would have been an appropriate time to employ that here?
Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by Skelly and leaves.
Skelly's been doing that for a solid 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've now just learned that I can feed Skelly leaves.
When did you last change your password? How would I know? Do people know when they last changed their password? It wants a date. It wants it down to the day.
Well, when did your account get compromised?
They might not have changed the password. They might have just changed the primary email.
True.
But people don't, in general, remember last time they changed the password. You're not supposed to change it. Are you supposed to make a note of
someone
that?
who like changes everything every month.
Who does that? Who's changing everything every month?
Anyone in a workplace.
People in a workplace. Oh yeah, of course they are. All right. Well, I don't know, so I'm going to say 1st of January last year. I'll say that's not true. How to find your device ID? What's my device ID? Right-click on the Start button and select Device Manager.
Don't read this bit out loud.
And then expand. No, I don't want... It's thinking I mean device like, what's the name of my webcam? I mean like, what's the name of this computer?
Yeah.
How to find device ID for your entire PC. I think the word entire might confuse this search result. How to find device ID on Windows 10. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
Was this the ending strong?
No, you're supposed to be thinking of a smash hit topic to end on.
Right. Oh, no, I didn't realize.
Oh, sorry, I should have made that clearer. System. About, maybe. Maybe it's an about. I think well, no. Yeah, okay. That's my device name is probably the same as device ID, you'd imagine, right? Probably.
Potentially, unless there is some kind of preset alphanumeric code just for the device.
Yeah, okay. Might be the alphanumeric bullshit. Okay. Oh yeah, device ID is alphanumeric. Yeah, you're right. That I'm mixing up device name and device ID.
Yeah.
Oh, and I can't copy? Maybe I can copy and get it into Notepad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got a unique alphanumeric ID. Because I know if I just send this off to Microsoft now, there's a small chance I'd forget if I say I do it after the stream. 0 characters remain. Okay, so that must be correct. Submit. We'll contact you within 72 hours. That's less than a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Religify the heart.
Yeah, you got any crucifixes? I've been trying to get into Taoism recently. Do you know much about Taoism?
Is that with the sticks looking for water?
That is the I Ching, I think. Right?
I don't know. That's what I was asked.
Reading the Pooh book.
What's Taoism?
I don't know. That's the beauty of
a biscuit break, so I'm going to eat one of my biscuits.
Mono's thinking of dowsing. Yes. I was going to say, because I Ching is a form of Chinese divination connected to Taoism that uses sticks. Oh, the web that has no weaver. Yeah, I'd like to read a proper text on Taoism. Taoism is like a form of syncretic mysticism that cuts to the heart of like Chinese religion and mythology. And as far as I understand it, it's the bit that like tells you that you can transcend the mortal realm by holding your breath and abstaining from sex and other things. It's how Monkey learns to transform into a tree.
I don't know it.
Have you ever been religious?
I think in the same way as you.
Well, I was not devout, but I was a sincere Catholic for a period.
Yeah, I feel like we've had this conversation separately, and our experiences are similar.
Were you sincere at any point? It's hard to imagine you being a sincere believer of anything other than atoms.
I mean, sincere when I was a small child and didn't really think about anything.
Yeah. So when did you become insincere?
I don't know. I suspect it was fairly gradual for a while, and then one day it was just, no, this is stupid.
What's the last supernatural belief that you've held?
I don't know if I've ever really thought about that. There's nothing that I can point to as, so I don't really know.
You give me nothing on these questions.
No,
you give me, every time I give you, do you know, let me tell you the trick, right? If you really want to be a proxy for me, and I'm just talking about like gaining a skill, right? It doesn't have to touch your past, doesn't have to become part of who you are. I never concern myself with giving a true answer.
Yeah, I knew that was what...
You've seen me, not just streaming, you've known me conversationally for quite a percentage of your life. I'm never thinking, oh, what's the truth? Let me give a clear and accurate report of what the correct answer is. And I'm not telling you to be like me, but you do see how my method keeps the conversation alive in a way that, you know, we talked about nosediving a plane at terminal velocity earlier.
I'm not thinking, how can I turn this into a bit? It's...
Just think of, you used to host a radio show. Just think of a nugget that's and even it doesn't have to be an accurate answer.
15 years ago,
you can just divert you could just be like, well, I don't have anything for that, but that reminds me of this, and then you can start talking about that. It's more about keeping the beach ball up, you know, not about scoring points. About the beach ball remains aloft.
I feel like we spoke earlier about how I hate talking to people. It's like, and now it feels like this has become a self-help session.
Well, maybe you'd hate it less if you added a few more skills to the quiver. You could get like a Lib Dem skills wallet.
What? Oh, I had one of them.
Yeah?
No, not skills. I had I had like the record of achievement. Whichever one was the bullshit one. They might have all been bullshit ones.
They're all bullshit ones.
Yeah.
The skills wallet was something that the Lib Dems were touting as like a vote-winning policy in the 2019 elections. They were saying that even as an adult, you could have this wallet that all potential employers could see that would have all of your skills in it. But then Joe Swinson destroyed it all by killing squirrels with a slingshot.
Yeah, I mean, we had something similar to that. That was just, you can put everything that's important to employers in here, and this will be the most valuable thing you have for getting a job. And no one's ever looked at it outside of secondary school.
Mm-hmm. Burnzoid's trying to say Sean is a man who will say you can't do that anymore because of COVID to people he doesn't know very well just for the bit. Okay, look, I weigh up the life I lead.
You do that.
Did I take aura loss with that guy because I said that? 100%. I took an L, and that guy said something very sensible to me, which is that was a stupid thing to say, and it was, but it is at the time and since. I think it's very funny that it happened.
It was,
but I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you to say the stupidest thing you could possibly say. I'm saying to loosen your grip on the feeling that what you have to say needs to be the most accurate, comprehensive account of the question when you're operating entirely in an entertainment medium.
Yeah, but
okay. Well, no, I'd love to hear that you're the other side of this. Yeah.
No, there is no other side.
So do you want to just... Sean wants a yes and? No. I'm a big proponent of the no but. I mean, if you listen to how I talk to Mono, we're not building on each other. We're disagreeing and undercutting a lot. And I think that's good. Do you want to practice? Shall I just give you another one and we'll just see?
I'm dreading this, but sure.
What's one of your medium fears?
Medium?
Yeah, not the thing you're least scared of or the thing you're most scared of, but bang in the middle.
Bang in the middle? My brain doesn't work this way.
What do you mean? It's a skill. No, it's a skill. If I gave you a bow and an arrow and I say shoot this, you say my brain doesn't work this way, I'd have to explain. No, it's because you haven't learned how to do this.
That's a very clear instruction on to do something specific, and this is a request to choose something abstract from something that I don't think about a huge amount anyway. In fact, probably going back to earlier, it is something like heights, because it's not something that's a big fear for me. It's not something that's nothing. It's just, yeah. Sometimes that's a bit, ooh. The rest of the time, I don't really care.
You just said you couldn't do it, and then you did it. You did it straight away. You just needed a little push.
Okay.
You just did it just now. You learn.
I do not rank my fears, yeah.
You said do not.
Do not.
I think we have to end the stream. I think we have to go.
I don't like being corrected. That is a fear. Being corrected in front of people.
You're not being correct. No, listen. Being corrected in front of people feels bad. And
it's not really a fear. I just find it very impolite.
Well, listen, as someone who gets corrected in public really much constantly, it never feels any better. It's horrible.
Is that outside of the COVID joke? Or?
No, I mean, every time I stream, like, what do you think this is? It's like 30% corrections. Especially Burnzoid. Burnzoid's been correcting everything I say the whole time. But I'm not correcting you, I'm teaching you. And it's not embarrassing to be taught.
Yeah.
It's not embarrassing to be taught. It's wonderful.
I think when you are a child being taught new things, it's a wonderful and positive experience.
You're coming out loud and proud as a calcified brain male?
What?
You're telling me that your brain's turned to stone and you just refuse to learn things because it injures your ego. That's the most insane thing you've ever said.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Oh, I've just misunderstood.
Have you taken that?
Well, you just said that it doesn't feel good to learn or be taught things.
No, it feels odd to be told that you're being taught things as an adult that aren't like new information.
Oh, it feels bad to be taught something that you just know already you can't do.
Yeah.
I'm just not convinced you can't do it. I think you've got a lot of potential. Like I'm never
Well,
going to
thank
give
you.
up on you because you're my friend.
Right. I'm not learning Chinese.
But you haven't even tried. Look, this is the thing. So many people will go, I can't do that. Under a bit of scrutiny, it turns out they've not actually really tried.
I have given it some try.
I don't want to.
Not as much as you, but
yeah, because listen, what do you mean? Like I gave it a try and then I didn't at the end of it know Chinese? Of course not. It's ludicrously hard to learn Chinese. You probably learnt the thing you set out to learn, right? You're an adult. If you want to learn how to say ni hao, you can just learn how to say ni hao and then you've done that. Sorry if at the end of it you haven't learned Chinese. It just takes a very long time. Gotta give it a try. Do you want to give it a try? You got hit?
Yeah. I don't know from what.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Well, I'll have my Microsoft account back soon. Oh, hang on. I did. Can you vamp for a second?
We've just had like an hour talking about how I can't.
Well, yeah, but the conclusion was
Thank you everyone for coming along to today's stream. I hope you've had a good time through what is essentially not playing Morlcraft, and me just wandering around while Sean and I have a chat.
Thank you everyone who tuned in. We'll be back next Friday. Normal game is this Sunday. This was Monocraft. This was a Morlcraft Gaiden. I would like to offer my apologies for Mono for this conversation. I think I made him uncomfortable at the end, but I really thought we'd break through, but we never do. Mono's a real tough cookie. We never get to where I want to get. He's a stubborn mule, but I love that about him, and he's my best friend. You want to say something about me?
Oh. You know, I was going to, and then you said
I left a pause. There was a big pause with nothing in it.
It wasn't that big. We've got a delay between us speaking. And as soon as that delay hits a certain point, you start speaking before I can get in. Like there. I thought you
I'm giving you the pause. You asked for a pause and then I didn't step in this time.
Yes. I can't actually remember what you said, but yeah, you're fine. What? I can't remember specifically what you said, so I don't know the appropriate level.
Oh, you think it was something like Mono's fine? You think it was something like Mono's fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you think. That's what you honestly think. Hand on heart. Hand on heart, swear to heaven, I'm a compos mentis adult Sigma male, and I think Sean Morley said I was fine.
I'm not saying that.
Well, not again. All right. From the two fellas whose relationship couldn't be better, this is a sign out from me, Mr. Maul, and I turn it over to my compatriot and workmate.
Thank you, colleague. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Stay tuned and stay cool. This is a song. Listen, I think the timbre of More Vision is very summed up by Dracula holding his favourite cat on the Avanti West Coast. It's not summed up by me jamming on your shaft with a hammer. Okay, there's a Venn diagrams that shouldn't touch. I was supposed to come back angry after that.
Yeah, I was supposed to come back really.
I couldn't get my face together.
I was supposed to come back really.
I think that suggests it's going to be like penile humor, and yet every time there's like a chance for input, any kind of dialogue, like the music itself isn't about cum or anything. But the moment there's any kind of interplay between the active audience here and what's happening here, it's just cum, piss, cock, balls, and
Autism.
a little bit of that. I mean, are you giving that as an explanation or another list of what keeps happening? I'm clicking the results button. Goodness me! Our winner of More Vision 2026 is a first-time competitor. It's Mr. Disease.